We've got Robert from Queens. How you doing, Robert?
Hello, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for calling.
Great. Thank you for having my call. Okay, here's my story. I live in Bayside, Queens. I have a two-family house. Actually, the two-family house was my parents', and I lived there all my life up until now. In 1998, I entered into a life estate with my parents, and everything went well. And eventually, unfortunately, my parents passed away, and the house was mine all along, but still is. Anyway, here's the problem. About 6 months ago, I found out that my dad had all of these veterans deductions on the house. He had Star, and my accountant had pointed out to me, and I looked into it, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm only paying my taxes for the year here. I'm paying like $1,500."
Right.
So it scared me to death. So I found out what I had to do with the city. I wrote them a letter, certified, stating, that I need to get these removed. So, well, my question is this: what happens now? I haven't heard a word from them. Am I liable for the money, for the taxes? Could you basically tell me what happens, please?
That's a really good question, because what happens in situations like this depends on what they want to do. Okay, if they've got rights to go after you for back taxes, there are people that owe taxes all across this country that there's nobody going after them because there's nobody to go and do that right now. And then they change their mind, and then one day they decide that they're going to enforce those laws. So there's no real clear way to know exactly how they're going to play it. I think you writing them a letter and you being proactive to bring this to their attention is going to accrue to your benefit, because you're not ducking from it. You're not trying to defraud the city there of taxes that are owed. You're trying to remedy this, and you want to keep a really, really good paper trail. Do you have an attorney to help you with this yet?
I have an elder attorney that I can use, but I did speak to him about it, and his opinion to me was just write the letter and sit tight and see what they happens. He goes, he's heard of cases where it's been years and you never heard a word back from the city.
Okay, well, if he's the right guy, if he knows what he's talking about, and it sounds like he's somebody that you trust, right. I think that by documenting the fact that you reached out first, they're never going to be able to sort of paint you as somebody who's trying to get away with something here. And that's the key thing. And that, when a government agency turns around and says, hey, we have some money we can collect, this is the kind of time in history when they're doing that, like, hey, if we can collect $1, we're going to collect $1 because our budgets are so short right now. Right. But they negotiate. They're not in the business of going to you and saying, hey, we added up everything and we're going to add interest and penalties and you owe us $30,000, and you say, well, you're going to bankrupt me if you do that. They negotiate. Right. All right. So if you're going into this thing in good faith, they're going to respond in good faith. In my experience, they do. So if your attorney says one letter is enough, then one letter is enough. You might ask him, hey, you should just send another one on the anniversary, just to, that's like the Good Citizen Award of the year, right? You're like a Boy Scout. You send 2 letters and saying, hey, wait, do I owe you money? Nobody could ever fault you for that.
The house is incredible. I'm an electrician, so I gutted. I did all the work myself. It's in great shape. So, I could, sell it in a minute if I had to.
Okay, good. But you want to hang on to it. So you got memories there, and it sounds like a good piece of real estate in terms of where it's located. So, yeah, do that. Check with the lawyer and see if it's time for another letter. Otherwise, if he says hang tight, hang tight.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Robert. What I want to do is I want to welcome some of the new affiliates of the OwnAmerica Network. You're listening to Randon Real Estate, which is brought to you by the OwnAmerica Network. We're proud to welcome our new affiliates this month: Century 21 Beggins in Tampa, Capstone Residential in Jacksonville, Coldwell Banker Preferred in Las Vegas, RE/MAX Advantage in Las Vegas, ERA Real Estate throughout Central New Jersey, Coldwell Banker Coastal Alliance in Orange County, California, ERA Caputo in Nassau County, New York, RE/MAX of Barrington in Chicago, RE/MAX Properties in Colorado Springs, RE/MAX Best Choice in St. Louis, Watson Realty Group in Jacksonville, and, of course, Better Homes and Gardens, Rand Realty, my family business. If you'd like to bring the OwnAmerica Network to a town near you, call us at 888-332-7722.
We love the weekends as much as you do.